In the ruins of Kazanchis, synergy is rediscovered in reverse, among those who share bread, blankets, and fear. They prove the theorem Aristotle meant: the whole becomes greater precisely when its parts choose compassion over survival. 3.3. The city as archive. A city is not its skyline, but its memory system. Streets are sentences, houses, paragraphs, the people living footnotes to an ongoing text. When a government deletes the old neighborhoods of Addis, it erases a century of marginalia, the subtle ways people remembered themselves together. Kazanchis was once such an archive. Italians left balconies and tile work, Eritrean craftsmen added arches, Amhara, Guraj, Oromo, Tigrayan and Arab traders built adjacent stalls. Indian architects built homes and mosques. Armenians built more. Muslims and Orthodox Christians shared alleys and jokes. It was not harmony without tension, but it was proof that coexistence could be ordinary. Aberein en enora alleen, Aberein en emotai alleen. We live together, we die together. The demolition of the archive is not just physical, it is epistemic. When you remove a house, you also remove the data of memory, smells of coffee and damp soil, the angle of afternoon light, the lullaby sung across walls. For displaced residents, amnesia is imposed by force of law. Ras Nahom once tried to retrieve a trunk of family documents, school certificates, land receipts, baptism papers. The police forbade him entry, beat him, and chased him away. When he returned days later, the site was fenced. Inside the fence, bulldozers had flattened not only the trunk, but the orange tree under which his father used to read the newspaper. The legal archive remained in City Hall. The living archive lay buried beneath asphalt. International law names this forced eviction, a violation of the right to adequate housing and cultural life. But law, like a library, depends on those who insist on cataloguing what others try to forget. Nahom began writing names: Mike, Engish, Surafel, Abule, Etete, Kecho, Genbo, his father, hundreds more, each name a recovered file in the city's invisible archive. The photograph that would not burn lies atop that list. Its image has faded, yet the outline of faces endures. In its endurance, the reader glimpses what synergy once meant, not a policy, but an ecology of belonging. 3.4 Night of the Bulldozers. The night had no prelude. There were no letters stamped with seals, no posted decrees on the gates of Kazanchis. What came instead were whispers. They say you must clear out before Meskerem ends. Then trucks. At first, the residents did not believe it. Addis has always been noisy, they said. Rumors echo between corrugated roofs and die by morning. But on the last Thursday of the month, when the moon thinned like a blade, the noise of engines stayed. A convoy idled at the edge of the district. Lights swept across walls painted with saints and movie stars. People stepped out of their homes, clutching documents that meant nothing now. Title deeds, baptism papers, the yellow cards from the Land Bureau. The machines did not read. There were no written eviction orders. The mayor, Addis Ababa, had spoken to assembled residents weeks before, saying they should prepare to relocate within the month. It was an instruction disguised as compassion, the kind of speech that lets authority imagine itself merciful. We are rebuilding Addis for all, she said. But to those who listened, the all sounded like someone else. When the first wall fell, the air filled with powdered paint and plaster. A woman screamed, "Betakine eko nawe!" "This is our home!" And a soldier motioned her back. Children ran barefoot across glass. The old eucalyptus tree that shaded the compound broke under the bucket of a bulldozer and lay bleeding sap into the dust. Among the rubble were houses marked as registered heritage, Italian-era facades with arched doors, timber balconies carved by craftsmen whose names the archives still held, Grasmak Tazi's wood house, built in 1900, glass, stone and wood, houses of great men who stood through time and had seen not one, but multiple great kings and queens. They went down in the same hour as the tin-roof shacks. The law that once protected them did not arrive that night. From an upstairs window, someone read aloud from Abiy Ahmed's Medemer by candlelight, perhaps in disbelief. To unite is a choice of love. It is the decision to share burdens. Medemer, page 43. Outside, the city's decision was to share nothing. Medemer promised an arithmetic of hearts, addition, not subtraction, yet the equation unfolding below subtracted everything: homes, heritage, trust. Men wept openly. A mason who had built half the compound's walls pressed his forehead to the earth and sobbed like a boy. Elders clutched icons to their chests until the crowd pushed them away for safety. In one alley, a young man, unable to watch his mother's house collapse,